Welcome to the HFY Galaxy Tales. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and tap the notification bell so you never miss a new story from HFY Galaxy Tales, where humanity always finds a way. The broken alien girl. The auction was loud. Voices shouted, money was thrown, and cages rattled as aliens of every kind looked at the line of slaves. Some were strong, some were young. Most were afraid, and at the end of the line stood a girl. She was small, thin, her skin was pale, purple, and covered in bruises. Her long white hair hung in front of her face. Chains wrapped around her ankles and wrists. Her eyes stayed low. She didn't speak. She didn't cry. Her name was Zara. No one looked at her for long. She looked broken, weak, useless. The fat, slimy alien with yellow eyes pointed at her and laughed. Last one, rare species. Maybe good for cleaning floors. Or scaring children. No one made a bid. The crowd lost interest. The auctioneer waited. Anyone, come on, 1 credit. Anyone. Still, silence. Then, a voice came from the back. I'll take her. Everyone turned. It was a human. Corbin Hayes, a tall man in dark clothes with a worn-out jacket and a rough beard. A scavenger. Some said he was exploiter. Others said he used to be a killer. No one really knew. He didn't smile. He didn't ask questions. He walked forward and handed over 1 single credit, the lowest possible price. The auctioneer laughed nervously. She's no good, human. You sure? Corbin didn't answer. He unchained her himself. Zara didn't move. She just looked up at him, her eyes, tired and dull, blinked slowly. Can you walk? He asked. She nodded. He turned and walked away. She followed. Back on his ship, Corbin gave her a room. Small, but clean. He gave her food, water, a blanket. You're free to leave any time, he said. But I'd wait till we're out of pirate space. Zara didn't speak. He didn't push her. For 2 days, she stayed silent. She sat in the corner. She ate slowly. She watched everything, and Corbin just left her alone. On the 3rd night, she finally spoke. Her voice was soft, barely a whisper. Why did you buy me? Corbin, sitting in the pilot chair, didn't turn. Didn't like how they treated you. That's all. You don't want anything from me? No. Zara stared at him. She didn't understand. Most buyers wanted power. Or money. Or control. But Corbin had given her food, safety, and a locked door from the inside. Not outside. Zara couldn't believe it. But then again, humans were strange. What no one at the auction knew, what even Corbin didn't know, was that Zara wasn't broken. Truly. The bruises were fake. The chains were loose. The silence was a trick. She had been trained since birth by the Valkyrie warlords, a species that built assassins like tools. She was one of their deadliest creations until she disobeyed. Until she refused to kill a child. So they threw her away like garbage. She let them. She waited for someone like Corbin. As the ship flew through the stars, Zara sat in her room, eyes wide open. Her mind was awake, her thoughts sharp. She whispered to herself, the human thinks he saved me, but maybe I will save him. The escape plan *. The ship flew quietly through space. Inside, Zara sat in her small room, staring at the walls, but her mind was not still. She was planning, watching, waiting. She didn't trust Corbin Hayes, not fully. No one had ever helped her without a reason. So, she believed there had to be one. But day after day, the human did nothing strange. He gave her food. He gave her privacy. And when she asked for a datapad to read, he gave her that too. Sometimes, he spoke to her. He told her stories about Earth, about war, about how he lost his squad in a battle no one remembers anymore. She listened quietly, pretending to be shy. But inside, her assassin mind was studying him. Corbin wasn't like the other humans she had read about in training. He wasn't loud. He wasn't soft. He was just steady. One day, she walked into the cockpit and sat beside him. You don't talk much, he said. I didn't know what to say, she replied. He didn't press, but something shifted that day. They started talking more, bit by bit. Zara told him pieces of her past. Not all of it, just enough. That she had been trained to fight. That her owners wanted her to be a killer. That she ran away. She didn't tell him she had been built genetically engineered to be faster, smarter, stronger than most. She didn't tell him her hands could snap a metal pipe. She didn't tell him her mind could break a man without touching him. Not yet, but Corbin told her something strange. You don't owe me anything, he said one night. I didn't buy you to use you. Then why? She asked. Because I saw myself in you. Alone. Used. Left behind. Zara didn't reply. But something warm stirred in her chest. A feeling she had not known before. They reached a trade station to fuel up. Zara stayed on the ship, while Corbin went out. She used the time to search the ship's systems. No traps. No slave commands. No hidden deals. He really had given her freedom. That scared her more than anything. That night, she packed a small bag and crept to the airlock. She was going to leave, disappear, start her own life. But then the alarm rang. Pirates. They boarded the ship with guns and metal claws, shouting in alien tongues. Zara hid behind a crate but then saw Corbin. He was fighting hard but outnumbered. A blow to the head knocked him down. He was going to die. She didn't think. She moved fast. The pirates didn't even see her coming. She jumped from the shadows, her hands glowing with blue energy. One pirate dropped without a sound. Another screamed. She hit the leader with a psychic wave so strong. His helmet cracked in half. In under 30 seconds, it was over. Corbin opened his eyes slowly, blood on his forehead, vision blurry. He saw her standing above him, breathing fast, eyes glowing, hands shaking with power. You fought for me, he said. Stunned, she looked down at him and replied, you saved me first. They sat together in silence as the ship returned to deep space. No more lies between them now. Zara wasn't a broken girl anymore, and Corbin wasn't just a scavenger. They were something else now, something stronger. Together. The choice. The stars outside looked peaceful, but inside the ship, Zara couldn't sleep. Even after the pirates were gone, she felt something coming, something cold and familiar. She knew her past wouldn't stay hidden forever. Corbin sat in the cockpit, quietly fixing a burned circuit. He was still healing from the pirate fight, but he never complained. Not once. You okay? He asked when Zara walked in. She nodded, then paused. I think they're looking for me. Corbin didn't ask who. He already knew. Zara was built by the Valkyrie warlords, a cruel race that made weapons, not people. She was their project, their property, and she had escaped now. They wanted her back. 2 days later, it happened. An unknown ship appeared on sensors, black, fast and silent, before they could run. It fired a magnetic pulse. Corbin's ship shut down. Systems off. Engines dead. A voice came through the speaker. Cold, robotic. Return the stolen asset, or die. Zara's heart froze. Corbin stood. He didn't ask her to fight. He didn't tell her to run. He just said, I'll hold them off. But Zara shook her head. No, this is my past, my fight. She walked to the cargo bay, took out the blade hidden inside the wall panel. Her hands glowed again, but this time, they were steady. She was ready. The enemy ship docked. Doors hissed open. Valkyrie hunters in black armor stormed in. Corbin fired first 1 shot, 2 shots, but they were too many. A blast hit his side. He dropped to one knee. Corbin. Zara screamed. He looked up, blood on his lips. Go run. But she didn't. She stepped forward and unleashed everything. The lights flickered. The air grew hot. Zara moved like lightning. One hunter tried to aim too slow. She broke his arm, flipped over his body, and sent a shockwave through the others. The room shook. Weapons flew. Metal bent under her power. She wasn't hiding anymore. She was what they feared, and now, she was free. When the last hunter fell, Zara dropped to her knees beside Corbin. He was breathing. Barely. I told you to run, he whispered. I made a choice, she said, tears in her eyes. You chose me. She nodded. No one else ever did, she said. But you did. They flew away in silence. Corbin's wounds healed over the next few days. Zara stayed close, never saying much, but always watching him, protecting him. Later they landed on a quiet green planet. Zara looked around. The sky was blue. The air was clean. Is this home? She asked. Corbin smiled. It can be. They started building a small outpost, just the two of them. A new life, no chains, no orders, no lies. One evening, Zara sat alone, looking at the stars. She remembered the day no one wanted her, the day she was left unsold, and the human who stepped forward, not to own her, not to use her, but to save her. She whispered to the stars, I was built to destroy, but he gave me a reason to protect. And far across the galaxy, the Valkyrie still searched. But now, they were too late, because the weapon they made, she had become something stronger, human.